What's up guys, TJ got Kicks 89 here back with another review. We have got another LeBron 9 Retro in a new colorway. This has dropped, I think, probably mid of this year. Hit the outlets recently for this price. Retail was 999 ringgit Malaysia. This is the LeBron 9 in the Regal Pink colorway. So I went over the box when I dropped the Watch the Throne video. So it's the same box that they're using for the LeBron 9 Retro. And I believe they're using this for the LeBron 9 Low Retros as well. Like the Liverpools, the LeBron Old Palmers and Sprites and whatnot. So like I said, the Regal Pink colorway. The color code for this is Regal Pink Multicolor. And I initially wasn't so excited about this shoe, but I like the colorway. The materials not so much. People at the Mitsui outlet who were helping me with this specific pair, I initially got a last US 9.5 pair that had really bad dirty bottoms, but I asked them to look for a new pair in the back and they did. But this is the LeBron 9 in the Regal Pink colorway. Full 360 view. Now let's get into the shoe. The LeBron 9 was one of the models that he wore during his reign with the Miami Heat when he was killing the NBA, and I think it was during this time that this was around the Big Bang Galaxy time of the All-Star, and I believe the Kobe 7s were two of my most favorite shoes of that era. I couldn't afford the LeBron 9 obviously I couldn't afford them because they're a little bit more expensive, but now I have the purchasing power, so that's cool. So the Regal Pink LeBron 9 is done up in this mainly Regal Pink colorway. This colorway is also dubbed the King of LA for whatever reason. I think it's because of the whole shaggy fur thing, so it's kind of like a fur coat, or the mane of a lion. But whatever the design cue is, I don't think this was this was supposed to be a performer on the court. This is more of a lifestyle version of the LeBron 9, but I believe you can still play with it because of the technology. So the LeBron 9 is mainly a ripstop underlay with the fuse layering over it. For this specific colorway, you've got a jewel swoosh done up in that gradient. Is it? Oh yeah, so gradient orange to purple, which resembles the LA sunset skyline, was what most of the reviewers said. You've got fly wire in that ripstop mesh area. On the top here, right at the midfoot of the shoe, before the flex, you've got the free floating independent midfoot strap, which obviously will lock your foot in. The more that you cinch it together, the more it will help with locking you down to the footbed. On this side, you've got this shaggy, I don't think it's real material, but it's just like this shaggy carpety material on this side. Not the biggest fan of this material. I believe if they use like the carbon fiber weave material that they did for the Big Bangs and the Watch the Thrones, I think this shoe would receive a little bit more of a positive response from people. I think they just weren't digging this whole fur material on the side, and plus with the retail of 999 ringgit Malaysia, 230 US dollars, I don't think people were looking to get this shoe anyways. Get this shoe. So moving on to the back, you've got the same fuse material. At the back, you've got LeBron here on the heel part of the foam. On the other side, you've got James. The diamond heel accent right there, done up in the same Regal Pink. The pull tab was also done up in Regal Pink with 9 running across right there. On the medial side, same thing except for the pattern of the whole where the weave material was. I would just call this the collar of the shoe. And you've got a reflective, just a mini swoosh right there done up in that Regal Pink. So the entire fuse part all along the shoe is made up of a 3M material. I don't know if the camera is picking it up. If it does, great. If it doesn't, sorry. Fuse in the high wear areas, I think I mentioned that already. Let's get to the laces. The laces on the LeBron 9s are pretty special just because they have the little LeBron James logo right there. So that helps because, like, if you were to take out the laces and wash them whatsoever, you know where the center of the lace is. Plus, with the design where the laces are a bit slanted to help with flexibility, you just kind of have a cheat code of knowing where they are. For the backing of the shoe, you don't have a rough open air mesh. Instead, you have this spandex style tongue, which I believe lends a little bit more to the better fit experience compared to the Watch the Thrones or just the standard LeBron 9s, because the LeBron 9s are notorious for being really tight around the midfoot and just a very narrow feeling of a shoe. But I think with this change in material, it helps with the fit of the collar. Obviously, it helps expand it a little bit more, caters to a little bit more wider feet like myself. On the top, you've got LeBron's signature, and obviously, like I said, the fuse area is that 3M mesh material, 3M fuse material. You've got fly wire up there for some reason. On the inside of the shoe, you've got the same LeBron insole like what you had with the Watch the Throne. This side is colored yellow, on the right side it's colored purple to match with the whole Lakers vibe. Now inside of the LeBron 9s is where it gets really interesting, and I just love it because they have the Pro Combat material on both sides of the collar, and this just really helps with locking you down and having a much more comfortable protective fit, because the LeBron 9 is actually a low cut style shoe with a high collar, but it's a very flexible shoe because of the notch that you have right there, so it helps with flexibility. Sorry, rambling a little bit too much. But on the inside, the other thing that I wanted to talk about was what drew me to the shoe was actually the whole lining, which goes from orange, yellow to purple right there on that side. And I think that's a really interesting touch for the shoe. Just kind of adds like because the shoe is a very monotonous color, so having that pop and that gradient look in the liner itself is just a really nice touch. So going on to the outsole, this looks like it's a glow in the dark outsole, but it is not. The outsole has a lot of details itself, like echoes in eternity. I think this side says what you do in life echoes in eternity. It's kind of like that gladiator quote. You've got a non glow in the dark outsole. It's just done up in this very milky white sail off-white colorway. If you have the LeBron, that it says zoom right there, and I think just for the heck of it, let's just do this for the camera one time. But if you put the shoe together, you're supposed to get like a lion's head. You can't really see it, I guess, but because the details for the lion are actually on the base of the rubber compound. Problem with that is that you already have the traction pattern on top of it, so you won't really be able to see it unless you hold it in hand and you'll be like, oh, okay, there it is. The Air Max 180 unit here in the back, says Air Max 180 right there, is also the other reason why I like this shoe, which is I like the whole color change from orange to blue. It hasn't been done on a LeBron 9 before, and I think it's just something very interesting to add to the shoe. And specs in the LeBron 9 is a zoom that is that has flex grooves mimicking the foam cutout right there, so it's essentially this full length with cutouts to help with flexibility and whatnot. And you've got a 180 Air Max bag in the heel with that injected Phylon insert going into the pillars of the Air Max unit, which helps with cushioning and compression with heel strikes itself. So I'm happy to add another LeBron 9 to my collection. Happy to get this at the price that I got. This is part of the 30% member sale when I post this video, which might be a little bit late. This was during the October, I think it was the entire month of October, but the member month basically where you get 30% on top of your sale price. And the sale price, just gotta rewind the video and watch the first part where I showed the box earlier. So the LeBron 9, happy to add this to my collection. So now I have the Watch the Thrones and the Regal Pinks, and I'm definitely looking forward to getting the South Coast, which are actually also on the way as well. I have never played in the 9. I'm definitely looking forward to playing in the 9. An NCBL player that I have seen wear the 9, the South Coast colorway specifically, is PBK, Pemain Bola Keranjang, or Mislan. He looks really dope when he wears it. It just brings me back to this whole very 2010, 2009 era of Nike basketball where people were rocking this shoe to school with elite socks. So if that was your era, leave a comment down below. Much respect to you. This is the LeBron 9. TJ got kicks 89 right here, and I am out.